Just let you know that we're online now. EMW TV.
Alright, cool. Look. So what? We're not fully on.
No, just the
We're not on
voices.
yet.
No, we're just here. You can say whatever you like still.
Just
apart
warming.
From, yeah, we're warming it up. You know, getting
Yeah,
it warmed
Cool.
up.
Here with Razkid, chatting about the origins of doner kebab.
Yeah. These are deep talk. These are the things people need to know about, man. These are the things people need to know about.
They didn't origin in Germany though, did they? Like doner kebabs.
Do they not?
No, sure.
No,
did
I
they?
mean,
I thought it was Turkish.
yeah, it is from Turkey, but
Phil
they
said
got.
this.
Sorry, bro. Go on.
I didn't say anything.
They got they got a big Turkish population. I think that's where it started becoming like the piss head snack in Europe, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it came from Turkish people.
There's a lot of beer in Germany. All right, so we're live on EMW TV, boys. Wait. It's EMW TV, Winger Records, featuring Razkid, live and direct. Yo.
Yeah.
Yes, Raz.
You say me, right?
How's it going?
Yeah, so I
good?
got, yeah, man. Yeah, I done a hit workout this morning, so I'm just full of endorphins. You know what I mean?
What type of workout? What did you do?
Oh, it's just like a high intensity like cardio thing. You know, like just one of those ones. Yeah.
What, jogging?
No, it's like loads of like running on the spot and doing some mad push-ups and then like a couple crunches. Yeah, man. Healthy stuff. So, yeah. What about you? You right?
Yeah, all gravy, all gravy.
Yeah, man.
I've slept for a couple hours, to be fair, so I ain't that
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
How's your lockdown been? Been cushy? It's been crazy.
It's been alright actually. I'm not going to complain. It's been alright. I probably haven't had the experience everyone else has had. So, like, I'm sure there's lots of people who've been like, locked down for months on end, and I just haven't experienced that really.
Yeah.
So, but it was good for the first month or two because all I did was just have loads of baths and do nothing, and that was really fun. But now things have lifted a bit. We're just working now. We do anything productive. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
Sick.
it's been alright, man.
And I guess it hasn't interrupted your music too much because, as you say, you're in the studio now, in your house.
It's gonna look a lot better. Like we haven't even started doing it out yet, but like we're gonna get some wallpaper, and then I think we're gonna get like a neon. We're gonna get a nice carpet. It's gonna be nice, man. Trust. It's looking like a room right now, but it's eventually gonna look like a studio, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Banging. I have to come down.
Anthony Swanick says, Big Raz Kid.
Yes, Swan, my G, come on. Oh, Swan, yeah. What's going on, Swan? That's my bro, that. Yeah.
Let's take it right back. What's your first memory of music, or your first memory of giving a fuck about music?
I think my first memory. What, as in like giving a F creatively in?
Nah, just more than I hear this in the background. Just like, you know, the moment where you're like, oh, what's this, or whatever. I actually fucking want to get involved. Not even necessarily creatively, just consuming it.
Just appreciating it, yeah. I think it's just the same as everyone, really. A lot of artists, when they get asked a question like this, they say, "Oh, well, obviously, you know, my parents were just playing music all day in the house," but it's really that, really. Like my mum, she listened to a lot of like Roxy music and Duran Duran growing up, and like that was just some proper like jiggy stuff that you can just like sing along or dance to, innit? So like as a kid, I was like really into that because it was just good vibes, innit? And then I think maybe when I was like when I was like 10 or 12-ish, I think that's when I first really started taking in rap music. And I think I got into rap music more because singing was like one way of performing lyrics. But then when I heard that people would rap, I felt like they were actually talking to me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, It felt a bit more like the listening experience felt a bit more personal. So I think that's why I got into rap music more than doing Duran Duran or Roxy music kind of music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. More of a conversation, like.
Well, yeah, and plus obviously with pop songs, it's like a lot of it's concept stuff, where you're trying to like write a scenario, whereas like with rap, it's a very, like I said, it's a very personal genre. Like the person who's performing those lyrics, that's what they've written. It's not like 6 producers and writers writing it for an event and trying to get it to the top of the charts or something. That's like their personal experience. Do you mean?
What's the first rap you remember getting into?
What's the first rap I remember getting into? I hate to say it, bro. I really don't want to say it because it makes my skin crawl. But like, it's obviously Eminem, innit? Do you mean?
Same.
Bro, like, but the thing is, yeah, back in the day, it was like a cool thing to be an Eminem fan. Where now, nah, it's not. Shut up, man. Eminem's dead now. He's not dead. Yeah. Eminem, he's just not.
No, he is dead. He died in a car accident.
Oh wow, okay. But yeah, he's not what he used to be in it. But then obviously through Eminem, I got into like, you know, like 50 Cent, The Game, Snoop Dogg, all them people, and then just from there, bang, just it was the interest then. So yeah.
Big up Luke Manis.
One.
Luke Manis. He's given. He's going like that.
Yes. Go on, Luke. Yes. Come on. Big up everyone watching at the moment. It's all love.
Real life emoji back to you, bro.
I'm just gonna keep on cutting into your interview, going big up when anyone ever says anything.
Yo, fire emoji.
Yo. Keep going, man.
So I think Eminem. I was the same for me as well, man. But like, I don't see no shame in that because, like you say, like, cool as fuck at the time, and he is one of the best rappers ever. And
it used to be.
I don't give a shit about. I just ignore it. I just don't care, innit? Just.
It used to be. I think the thing about Eminem is like it's hard. It was maybe someone in his position is hard because obviously at one point he was the biggest, or one of the biggest rappers in the world. He was probably the best rapper, full stop, innit? So it's like, and obviously all of his like early albums are like legendary, blooming diamond, platinum selling, classics. So it's like, but then when I don't know, I guess sometimes you have to know how to bow out gracefully. I know, obviously, he's a musician, and I can't tell him to stop making music. If he still enjoys making music, I can't tell him to not do it. But then, like, it comes to the point of, like, preserving a legacy, really.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think his last album.
There's 2 ways to look at that, innit?
Good tracks on it. It's the first Eminem album I listened to in years, but there's definitely some good tunes on there. Like,
is it? I don't know. I think I'll have to listen to it. I'll admit I haven't given it the time of day, but I'll have to.
It's not like front to back banger, but like there's definitely like 5 or 6 tunes that are solid, I reckon.
Oh, it's better than nothing. Than the whole album.
I think.
Yeah.
That shit proves, like, you know, like, because in one way, like, rap is like a weird music genre. Because in one way, it's kind of like a sport as well as an art.
Yeah,
I think Eminem proves it's like not just a sport, because I think in a sport sense he's still fucking banging at it. He can rap amazing, do you know what I mean? But it's just something about like when you just only sat in the studio for like 10 years, the music just becomes dry as like.
Well, yeah, I guess
like, this rap is about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is another thing that's challenging, really. It's like obviously every rapper, or not even just rapper, just recording artist, like their dream is to become like maybe the biggest recording artist in the world and be like really successful and have all their dreams fulfilled. But then it's like once you get there, it's like what next? Do you mean? Like it sucks really, because obviously every rapper when they first start, they got so much content and so much like real things to talk about because they got their whole life. They got their whole life to reference. But then obviously. The older you get, and then hopefully the more successful you get, the only life reference you have is how well things are going.
Yeah.
And I don't know, if you can't translate it properly, people don't give a F, to be honest. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Can I swear? Yeah, people don't give a fuck, man. Do you mean like who gives a fuck if you're successful, bro? It's as simple as that, really. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Aye. Anyway, big up Eminem.
Yeah, big up.
So
Yeah.
all the artists you named there, like American artists. I seen you say the other day about how glad you had to grow up with like Channel U.
Yes.
When do you remember like fully getting locked into like the UK rap thing?
Okay, so I know exactly how it happened, yeah. And we have to come back to Eminem and 50 Cent for 2 seconds, yeah. So obviously Eminem, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Cashes dropped that tune You Don't Know. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Me and my brother's favorite song in the world, bro. Do you get me? Like that was arch.
Yeah.
So what we would do, we would just flick through all the music channels until we found one that would play that song on it. And we just noticed there was this one music channel that played it more than anyone else, yeah. And it was Channel U. So then what we would do, so we just stayed on there, and then, funny enough, obviously Channel U just had, it was like the epicenter of just, because like before Channel U, I didn't even imagine people on my side of the world doing rap music. So then bro, as soon as I got introduced to Channel U, American music got thrown out, bro. I stopped listening to American that day, bro. Because like before I discovered Channel U, rap music was just like this really cool thing. And then like as soon as I discovered that people on my neck of like my side of the world could do it, I thought, no, this is all I care about now. And it made me realize, oh, I could do it. Because if some guys in England or whatever, who are only like maybe a couple hours down the road can do it, I can do it too. And then that's what introduced me to grime and Wiley, and just it's been history ever since, man. It's been history ever since.
Big up Jaffa and big up Amy for tuning in first time.
Yes, guys.
Yeah. So.
Yes, Jaffa, fucking gangster.
Luke's asking a question also. Do you want it, Luke RV?
Yes.
Luke Harvey can fuck off. It's not his interview.
He had his interview, innit? All right, no,
Glad your time, Luke.
he's had his time. Is it
come
true?
on.
Stealing the limelight off your mates.
Yeah, my interview, Luke. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah.
Is it true Raz and his brother had a collective called Razzle Kicks?
See, not only is he bombarding my fucking... Nah, take it serious, Luke. Ask me a serious question.
Oh, that's not a serious question.
What was the question again? I'll actually answer it. Hold on, go on, I'll answer it. Go on.
He's crying like a kitten. Is it true Raz and his brother had a collective called Razzle Kicks?
No.
There we go.
No.
Next question.
But me and my brother did... Like, the only reason I started rapping is because me and my brother did it together, innit?
Ah, right.
Like, so go on, Luke. You actually segued to a good bit of information, actually. So basically, me and my brother, we discovered Channel U. We thought it was cool. And we thought, let's give it a crack, innit? And then obviously, like, he went... Yeah, no, twin. I'm a twin.
Is it? Mad.
Yeah, I'm a twin. So obviously, me and my brother, we started writing together. And then I think high school times, he decided to go a different route, which he's very successful in right now. So big up my brother, he's killing it. And then I obviously chose to be a poor rapper instead. So, you know, yeah.
What's he do out of interest?
He works for the NHS. He works for the NHS as a psychological assistant. Basically, he's done like years in uni for psychology. He's got his masters. He's got a doctorate. Yeah, he's clever, man. He's smart as fuck. He's really clever.
You say shit like get a real fucking job at like Sunday dinner and that to you?
No, not even, because like, the thing about me and my brother, we're both intelligent, but where he's like intelligent book wise and like intellect, like what you consider intellectual, I'm more like creative. So like, I guess we're like both sides of the same brain really, where he's got like all like the book smarts, I've got the do you know what I mean?
If you put you both together, you just about make one man. Like,
we'd be unstoppable, bro. We take over the world, man.
So So how old were you when you first started just being like, right, I'm gonna write verses?
Maybe 13, 14. It was like early high school times.
Yeah.
Early high school,
Oh,
and I
got no idea how old you are actually, bro.
26.
All right, safe.
I hate to think about it, but yeah, I'm 26, man. 26. But yeah, it's
Younger
like
than me, don't stress.
swear it down.
Yeah.
Jeez, that doesn't actually make me feel better, to be honest. So, but yeah, I wrote. I was writing since 13. But I didn't tell anyone for like a good 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of them.
Yeah, because like
Go on.
because like as much as I enjoyed writing and enjoyed rapping, I I wasn't doing any of the illegitimate or vulgar things that your typical rapper would do. So it took a long time for me to figure out how to be sick, but at the same time not lie. So like I had to wait until I was ready enough, so like people could actually just appreciate it and not find a reason to just point fingers at it and laugh, innit?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So like around you, it just wasn't the vibe. Like it wasn't like
no.
It would have been like a bit like, oh, what, you rap, so you wanted to be like.
Yeah, and like it would be one of those things that like if I told people in school, they wouldn't have taken it seriously, and I wouldn't have expected them to, because like because like the people I hung around with in school, we were like we weren't the well-behaved kids, let's put it that way. We were the kids constantly getting kicked out of class and that. But like at first we were playing football, but then eventually we just started like getting pissed on the weekends, innit? So like I was in around a crowd that I felt would have appreciated it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to wait until I eventually got around people I thought would, and then that's when I started letting people know that I'd do it.
Fair.
Yeah.
So was it grime when you were first writing? Yeah.
Yeah. He was grime. I just remember I remember just listening to Wiley, and then obviously like all the other Boy Better Know people and Lethal Bizzle. It's a plot twist. Like Lethal Bizzle and as well as Wiley is like they're Lethal Bizzle, Wiley, Gets, and Gigs taught me how to rap like a British person. So yeah, and that's all I cared about really. Like obviously outside of school, I'll like go hang out with the guys and that. But when I was at home, all I was doing was just writing.
Yeah.
Out of interest, who's like your? If you had to pick a top 3 now, like in grime or whatever, who'd you rate now?
Do I have to keep it to just grime?
Nah, just in general, man. Whatever, innit? Just.
So just 3, yeah. Okay. Gets, without question.
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, without question. And then third one's tricky because there's probably one. I don't know. The third one will just have to be who I'm like really looking at the moment. So that will always change. But for me, it's Gets and Earl Sweatshirt because
that's a sick mix up there. Like I love those, but that's sick because it's like they're very different.
Yeah. And like they're both been very consistent. I find the problem with all the other MCs that I've looked up to is that they've either gone through periods where they weren't exactly as sick as they'd always been, or they've just kind of like deteriorated through time and they haven't aged well. But I feel like he keeps getting better and better. And then Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, carry on. I was just saying, Gets I've been listening to recently, like after like not really listening to much grime, and I just went on a Gets fucking rampage on YouTube, and I was there for like an hour just bangers.
Yeah, because he was like the third or second grime song I ever heard, top 3 selected on Channel U, yeah, and I've been paying attention to him ever since. And he's the only artist that he's never compromised lyrically, never, ever, ever, ever. Even when he done a couple, even when there was like a phase where the only way you could really get signed is do like kind of poppy tunes, like Tiny Temper.
The Chipmunk era.
Yeah, even when Get's done that kind of music and he attempted it, he compromised lyrically. He still tried to like give it 100%.
That's funny, isn't it? Like I'm quite happy I was like around to like see grime go through these waves, because it's like it's crazy to like see grime become a thing.
Yeah.
See it get like mainstream success where everyone's making essentially fairly corny fucking hook and water it down a bit. Seeing that fall flat on its ass and then seeing it come back even stronger as like more of a pure grime thing. That's crazy in that amount of time, isn't it, really?
Yeah, because when you think about it, grime, it hasn't been around for that long, you know.
Nah.
So that's why, like, when people like try, when anyone ever says grime's dead, yeah, I just think it's so funny. I laugh, bro, because I think if you knew how deep it was and you knew where it came from, like, do you get me? Grime can't die.
Yeah.
Grime cannot die. And when you think about rap, like rap as a genre, how long's that been around for?
Yeah.
Like decades and decades, and only just now in the last 5 or 7 years has become the most popular genre on the planet. Because before it was like rock and pop.
Yeah.
Only now, really, in the
Yeah.
5 years, like trap and rap and hip hop are like the top genres in the world.
Yeah.
When you think of it that way, like obviously, grime's only been around for just over a decade. It's still got so much more to go.
It's bigger than it's ever been. It's like they got such big scenes in like Australia and shit now and everything. It's like it's only got bigger. I mean, that's the proof in the pudding. When other countries start really embracing it, it's like, all right, that's obviously worth its fucking salt or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things that, like, if you think it's sick, obviously someone else is gonna think it's sick. Do you know what I mean?
So would you So, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but as far as I can tell, like, you're pretty much like flat out grime to start with, and then obviously you got the album produced by Minas, wrote by
Yeah. Big up Minas.
Which I'd say like it shows the progression from like grime MC to like sitting in your own genre, your own lane. It's like you can hear the grime influence in it, but it's not straight up grime. You couldn't call it that. You couldn't call it straight up hip hop. You couldn't call it. So I guess just talk a little bit about before you met Minas and then meeting him and then, what sort of fucking path you're both on now, sort of thing.
Okay. So, before I say anything, shout out Minas every single fucking time. Literally, the guy. Like, there is no Razkid without Minas in it. Let's just get that out of the way, innit? Because basically, I first started recording music in a place called Grassroots in Cardiff. It was like kind of like a youth centre run studio, and then like I was just kind of like, obviously it's the first time I was in a studio making tracks in it, so like there was a lot of like really good ideas there, but like nothing really just like proper songs. Do you mean? And like I don't know, like as much as I could, like it's difficult because I consider myself a grime MC. Like when it comes to this MCing thing and actual like the sport of lyricism and actual barring, it's 100% grime in it. You get like that's my playground in it. Like that's where I'm. Like, do you get me? On grime, if we're talking lyrics and bars in it, like I'm not trying to big myself up too much, but like I am the daddy in it. I have that much confidence in grime. Do you mean like you can't touch grime in it? But then not everyone listens to grime all the time, bro. It'd be the same if I only made like, I don't know, boom bap. Do you get me? Like, not everyone listens to boom bap all the time. So, like, and I know that because as much as I listen to people like Get to Know Sweatshirt, one of the other artists that taught me how to make music was James Blake. And I was on him from early, bro. Like, I was on to James Blake since his first proper EP.
Really,
So,
yeah.
like,
He's sick.
when you're listening to something like that, do you get, yeah, James Blake is sick. He's always been the person that shows me how really far you can take boundary pushing music. So obviously, when I got my iPod on shuffle, and then it goes from Gets to fucking James Blake to fucking just whoever I was listening. Like, do you get me? Like, it made me realise, like, you know, people listen to music in every single kind of mood they have, in every single mind state. Like, they're gonna have music they're not gonna listen to when they're sad. They've got music they don't want to listen to when they're happy. They're gonna have music they want to listen to when they're at a party. They're gonna have music they're gonna listen to when they're with their significant other. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like I've always been an album guy, innit? I've never been songs. I've never been freestyles, even though I've done both those things. I grew up on the belief that, you know, you release singles to build buzz for an album, and then the album is what it's all about. So obviously, like, I never really got the EP thing. I get why people do it. I never really got it. I never really done the single thing. I get why people do it. But like me personally, I'm always about bodies of work. And if I made, let's put it this way, yeah, if Broke by Monday was 12 tracks that were just all Buffalo or Scum City, it wouldn't have been the project it is.
Stop for a second. What's Broke by Monday?
Broke by Monday?
Yeah, what is Broke by Monday?
Broke by Monday's my debut project.
There it is. Boom.
Oh, yes.
Shout it out. You can't just talk about it without saying, oh, I've got a release and it's, you know, because no one knows what. Come on.
Yeah.
You're live.
Just Broke by Monday, nominated for Best Album in the Cardiff Music Awards. Yeah, that one. That one.
That's better. Carry on.
That's my fault as well. I didn't preface it, and I just.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, then coming back to meeting Minas, yeah, I met him through my mate Bob, innit? Because basically, me, Minas, and Bob, we live together now, innit? But basically, like, Bob knew Minas, and I knew Minas. He realised that we both made music, so he shown each other's music. We both rated it. Like, I remember he was playing this song. I was just chilling in his house, innit? And he was playing a song in his room. I remember just bursting through. I was like, yo, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's just my mate. He makes music, innit? And I was like, that guy's producing my album. Tell him. Text him now. Tell him. So then, like, we met her, vibed, and then the rest is history, man. The rest is history. But then it got to the point where, like, at the beginning of our working relationship, I was trying to get some songs produced by Minas, and then some songs I would get from, like, other producers, maybe just like beat leases or some other producers I knew. And then it got to the point where, like, I was putting the songs with Minas together with the songs that I got with other people, and just two worlds apart in terms of quality, sound, and everything. And it got to the point where I was like, right, this is it, innit? Just, I locked everything else off. And then, yeah, so technically Razkid is me and Minas, technically. Because, like, yeah, go on.
I think it was a good decision, bro. I think it works well. And I'm personally a massive fan when people work with, like, one producer for projects, because I'm an album guy as well, and it's like, it's more of a complete, immersive, like, movie you step into.
Oh, no, 100%. Because
jumping on a beat. Or you can tell when two people were in the room when they made it. And that comes across on that album, which is class, by the way. And I think it's out, like...
Because, like, that's what I always wanted to think. I never wanted to be the guy who was, like, getting beats from, you know, all these other places. To me, that's stressful, innit? Because I'd have to have loads of beats sent to me. So the thing about pre-made beats, yeah, is, like, once a producer sent you a beat, it's already decided what the song's going to be, because he's put the hook in certain places, he's the verses certain lengths. So it's like you've already decided the structure of our song. Whereas the great thing about me and Minas is, like, it is collaborative, because we're both in the room together. You know, like, we can move things about that need to be moved about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's just like I always believed in just sticking to one producer, because then it really is a collaborative project. Then he gets to put in as much as I get to put in, and I get to put in as much as he gets to put in. And then I don't know, man. Like obviously, you know, we made Broke by Mentee together, and that was just us figuring it all out, really. Because I don't think he probably worked with a rapper before me. I think I was the first rapper he actually worked with to like actually build something with. Do you mean from start to finish?
Yeah.
So like, whereas he was getting used to working with a rapper and like the different challenges that come with working with a rapper, because before he was working with like live bands, he's toured with like circuses and all that shit. Like he was killing it before me anyway. Do you get me? But like, so like he was getting used to working with a rapper, and then I was getting used to working with someone who was like a producer, not just like a beat maker. Do you get me? Like, this guy makes songs. Do you mean? So then through that, it's just gone to the point now that like we just work so naturally now, innit? So like, why would I go to anyone else?
Yeah. That's such a strong parallel. With us and Hagee. Hagee was in bands and that, and then because he worked with was us and that, and then it just makes for a much more unpredictable and enjoyable outcome, doesn't it?
It does, because once you've got like a really good relationship with the person you make music with, you're more open to just to do risky stuff. Because I love doing risky stuff. I love taking risks in it, and I think he likes taking risks too. We don't like really, like I said, Broke by Monday could have been 12 Buffaloes. Do you mean?
Yeah.
But we wanted to do something different with it. Do you mean? Because we knew I both wanted to make an album that kind of like like, do you mean we wanted it to go places?
And for anyone who doesn't know, Buffalo's like one of the biggest bangers off it. That's just, you know, I am a Don type shit.
It's, you know what? Thanks, man. Nah, thank you, bro. It's the only banger on it. I mean, like banger, like quote unquote banger. Like the whole, like obviously every song's a banger, but like Buffalo was the only like really trappy, high energy gas tune.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, when did you? Should we talk about Life is Strange, as that's popped off pretty well?
Yeah, sure.
When did you? Obviously, like you and Minas have built that together. How long? Is that something you've like had in the bag for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I don't know, just it's a sick tune, innit? It's been received pretty well, innit? You've been played on radio and shit, and I just wondering like with us, innit? Like tunes can take years or whatever.
Yeah.
And the video's sick as well and all that. So.
Oh, thank you, man. Basically, Life is Strange. I think Minas will agree with me in a very. It was like we're both very, very, very proud of that song. But it's a very stressful process because, like, I think we both knew. So, like, it took us quite a long time to get the song to where it is today. Because like we wanted it to be perfect, and I think Minas wanted it to be perfect as well. It's something I admire about him. His level of perfectionism is just ridiculous. Like with Minas, like we could be about to submit the song to streaming sites, and he'd be like, "Oh no, I just got to do something really quickly." Do you mean just that little thing just to make it perfect, innit? But then on top of like getting a song done, I shot a whole other music video for it. So the one you see today, the music video for Life is Strange today, is actually the second draft. We done like a whole other music video with another guy before that.
What did that look like?
It was good, man. It was sick. Do you know what? It was sick. Yeah, the reason we didn't use it is because just like one scene just basically like I needed Swanwick and Luke. They were going hotting you both up, innit? Basically, me, Swanwick and Luke had to like act out like a studio session where Luke was on the piano, Sonic was on the drums, and I was on the mic, and it just did not look good. I'm sorry, because like in all fairness, though, neither of them knew how to play the instruments in it, so I can't be mad at them. But it just didn't look good in it. It just did not look good in it. So, like, I respectfully scrapped that. I didn't scrap it because it was a bad video. It was actually a video, but because of that one hit, like in my head, like the perfectionism kicked in. We can't. As much as it was a sick video, I literally couldn't do it just for that one scene in it. So then I contacted Krupa, and I got to shout out Krupa every time as well, man, because Krupa is an absolute bad man for visuals, bro. Bad man. Because like he visualized that song perfectly, man. Like I just sent him the song, and he just got it instantly. He just knew straight away what to do with it, and I just really like his process of work. You know, he's just really he's very switched on. But yeah,
I think that's a great testament to putting the work in and making sure shit's perfect and not rushing it. Like, you heard it here first. Like, you know, that tune's going off. It's a fucking banger. But it's good when people get to realize, like, you know, people aren't just shitting these things out like in their sleep. Like, it's good to take time on things sometimes.
I think everyone. So involved in that project altogether was me, Minas, and Krupa, and like all three of like everyone involved in that project worked so hard for it, and I'm just so grateful for both of them for doing what they did to it. Because all I did was really just write the lyrics in it. It's not even like I'd done a majority of the thing, but like another thing as well with that song, for some reason I knew that was going to be the comeback song, because obviously like before, like after Broke by Monday and releasing songs from Broke by Monday, I was quiet for like 2 years, because like me and Minas were just in the blooming studio, just making more music in it. And like, I always believed, I never have to rush putting music out, as long as the music I put out then is worth the wait. I never wanted to be that guy that just like rushes things and put things out just for the sake of keeping up momentum in it. I just always believed if I take my time on the music, it doesn't matter how long I make people wait for it, as long as it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
Do you mean? So like with Life is Strange, we really have to get that one perfect in it. So like when I see
so good, bro.
Yeah, so like obviously when I see all like the views and the streams and it being played on, you know, BBC Radio 1 Extra and BBC Wales and all that, like to me, I'm just very grateful for it. I don't get a big ego over it. I just think, you know, with it. So it just makes me think all I have to do is just keep working hard. Bigger listen to
it lets you know it lets you write what you're thinking in it, and you're not just nuts. Like,
sometimes you do think.
So obviously that track is like coming from a bit more of like a somber place, but a positive place. But I mean, to me, it obviously sounds like from a bit of a mental dip or whatever. Did you feel how it comes across in the song when you wrote that? Could you maybe get on your mind state writing it, and whether it was like therapeutic?
Because a lot of my writing process comes from me talking to myself. I don't know if I'm tapped or anything, but like like we all talk to ourselves, innit? Like we've all got that inner monologue where we're talking to ourselves. So like I've just learned that obviously, because all my writing comes from a personal standpoint, I learned to listen to my inner monologue. So when I feel like I'm talking to myself in a certain way, I know that's what I got to try. So basically, I was just walking to work one day. Whatever job I had at the time. I remember just like walking there, and I think I was just going through a period where I was doing a lot of drinking, a lot of other things, just really on it. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying like I was a mega blooming party guy, but like I was just maybe taking the drinking thing and partying thing a bit too far for where I was at that time in life. And I remember just like walking to work, and I think I was just hungover, and I just thought, I gotta start looking after myself again. and then just something in my head clicked. Like, that's the line. So then, because I was in that headspace, I just spoke to myself, man, and that's how Life is Strange got written. I was just speaking to myself.
Did you write it in one chunk, or did it take a couple sessions to iron it out?
I wouldn't say sessions. Because I didn't write it in a studio. I kind of, the way I kind of, sometimes I'll write in the studio. Like sometimes I'll be in with Minas and he's building something and I'm writing to while he builds it. But then a lot of the times I write songs when I spend time with I got to be alone, or I got to be like just living my life, just doing something. And some songs take a couple hours to write, some songs take weeks, some songs take months in it. And I think Life is Strange was a song I wrote just being with myself for a couple of days. Because once I had like gotta start looking after myself again. Once I had that, and obviously the first couple of lines came from it, because I think I wrote it around New Year's anyway. So once I knew I had that vibe, I kind of kept myself in that vibe for a couple of days until the song was done. And then once the song was...
Fuck off happiness, bro. I've got to finish this track.
No, because like, I don't think Life is Strange is a sad song. I think it's a happy song.
It's positive.
It's like Life is Strange to me is just saying, okay, I recognize I got a couple bad habits, but because this is me now getting out of those habits. This ain't like elbow. This ain't the deep end. This ain't this ain't the dark place. This is coming out of it. This is recognizing, okay, I've been living a certain way for a bit. Yeah. Things are going to change, and things are going to change. So that's what that song is. Do you mean?
Paddling in the blackness.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Do you feel better now? Do you feel like the song worked? Do you feel a bit out of your... I mean, you started this interview saying you just done a intense cardio workout, so...
Yeah. I was there. I was there when the song got released, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think because the thing about the next here we are, the next project, the next Razkid project, is very therapeutic. I think Broke by Monday was to it, but Broke by Monday was like a concept piece, in it.
Yeah.
Broke by Monday, I tried to really build the whole concept of the album being that lifestyle of getting wrecked on the weekend and not having any money by the end of the weekend. But then the next project is a lot more therapeutic. And there's songs like Life is Strange and a couple other songs that I wrote when I was in a very something's got to give point. And then I felt like songs like Life is Strange and other songs, writing my way out of these situations probably saved me and got me out of those situations. So, but
call it fixed by Friday.
No, none of that. No. We've already got the album title. We've already got the album title. We already know what it's called. But
what is it?
I don't want to say right now.
I thought you might say that, innit?
No, because like I think I've let it slip publicly one or two times. But the thing I've done with Broke by Monday is I told people I had an album called Broke by Monday before the album was done. So between me announcing Broke by Monday and it actually coming out, it was like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
When that people coming up to me like, oh, when's Broke by Monday coming out? And I'm like, oh yeah, soon. And it'd be like another year. So
I've learned to stop doing that as well.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to, so basically we've got the songs ready. So the album, we've got the songs. We know what songs are going to be the album.
Yeah.
We know what the album's called. We know what it's called. Yeah. And we kind of know what we're going to do with the album, yeah? But right now, I just want to release music, and I want it to be about the music. Like, obviously, I could have easily dropped Life is Strange and be like, oh, yeah, first single off, da-da-da-da. But, like, I just wanted to be about Life is Strange. So what I'm trying to do now is I got a lot of music, and I got a lot of songs coming out this year, going into next year. But I want it to be about those songs and let them have their moment. And then when I feel people are ready, then I'll announce the album, and then the album. Do you know what I mean?
It's the smart way to do it.
Yeah,
Oh, all right. let me hit you with a little quick fire.
Alright.
What's the best gig you've ever played?
What's the what?
Best gig you've ever played?
Best gig I ever played? Any gig in Swansea.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, no, that one was a sick one because this is the thing. Yeah? No, it's a quick part. I don't want to go into it because I love Cardiff. I love my city to bits in it. I love the people in Cardiff, but for some reason, yeah, you Swansea motherfuckers, you just know how to appreciate the music in it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just yeah, go on, Swansea.
I'd have to chip in with you on that one. You know, like I lived in Cardiff for like 4 years, and that was the first time I'd ever been around any sort of resemblance of a rap scene, which was dope. But the whole time, and I still think this to this day, I was like, gigs are better in the West. There's a different energy. People ain't standing around with their hands in their pocket as much. It's wilder.
I think
in it more.
I think
it might be a lack of. It might be a lack of other shit going on. Maybe it's just a more.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it is. I think with Cardiff, it's a bit crabs in a bucket. Like in terms of like all this like Cardiff and all the other central cities, it's like everyone thinks they can rap just because they like the music, innit? Do you mean? Whereas when you get a bit more outskirtsy towards Swansea and that, the only people really rapping are the ones that can really rap in it. So I think I don't know what it is. It's just like obviously, like I said, I'm not
West Side thing.
Yeah, I don't know because I got like obviously all the shows I do in Cardiff are sick and they're lit in it. Like that's goes without saying in it. But there's just a different vibe in Swansea, man, and all the sort of, like Carmarthen and all that. It's just a different vibe in it. Like people turn up, and like it don't matter how. Do you mean I don't know, man?
Yeah. You heard it here first. One of Cardiff's finest thinks West is the best.
No, because Cardiff's still good, isn't it? Cardiff's still good, but like
I know what you're saying.
But I think it just got to the point it was a bit inconsistent. I think you get one event where like it got absolutely rammed and like it's packed, and then you'll have another event where it's like half the amount of people there. Do you know what I mean? But I think
what's the worst gig you ever played?
Worst gig I ever played. I don't know. That like before I really got known musically, I was doing a lot of like youth centre run events, and it would be shows that either no one turned up to, or the people that turned up just didn't really take it seriously. So like you just felt like so they were just dead, man. They were just dead. Like I think now it's just different now, man, isn't it? It's yeah, I don't know. Like people have got a lot more of appreciation for it now. So like, I could go to Swansea or Cardiff or remain somewhere else in it, and like they'll appreciate it now, innit? But I think that's just got more to do with maybe at the beginning I wasn't a good enough performer, whereas now I've done it for a couple of years now. You know, I kind of know what I'm on stage now, innit? I mean,
yeah. I'm aware I'm hogging the questions up a bit here. You boys got any questions?
Yeah, you know, like coming out of lockdown, do you think there's going to be more thirst for like live hip hop music? Do you think there's going to be a bit of a surge? Like, if we ever get to a point where we can have a crowded room, do you think it's going to be as hyped as West Wales is? Because I think one of the reasons why West Wales gets so much hype is because there's few and far between gigs, so like everybody tends to congregate at those gigs because there's not like with Cardiff. I think one of the biggest issues with Cardiff scene is that there's a lot of clashing going on, like in terms of like people don't really talk to each other about their events. So you might have like, I don't know, like you might have Cool Keith over in the Solium, but at the same time some local Cardiff heads who would bring all the crowd to that Cool Keith gig are doing a gig over there, and that's drawing away, you know. So there's that. But I mean, do you think after lockdown, when the gigs are back on, do you think there's going to be a lot of thirst for that? Or do you think we're going to get able to fill out more venues, like, or can you see that happening?
100%. The thing to say to kind of what you said. So obviously Swansea and all the other ones, because their events were far and wide, they got more people to it. But then a good thing about Cardiff having loads of events going on is because there was loads of events, it became more of a social network kind of thing. Do you mean? So like, because you already knew, because there, like at one point there was an event every weekend. It didn't matter if it was the shutdown show or some other person doing it, or do you mean like you always knew, all right, Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday at a push, there was going to be an event. So whereas like it became a good way for artists to congregate, socialize, and support each other, it gave audience more chance to discover more people. So that was good. So I know, yeah. So like I said, but yeah, I think because lockdowns happened, I think we all took it for granted how accessible this music we love so much was. So now gigs have been taken away from us. I think we're all itching for a gig now. I would love nothing more than to just be 3 pints deep, shouting my lyrics down the mic in front of a crowd again. And I'm sure people would love to just be witnessing music live again. So I think once lockdown lifts, it's going to be the best thing that's happened, because people have been deprived of it for so long. When it comes back, everyone's just going to jump on it. There won't be any more. I'll miss this one because I'll just go to the next minute. There won't be that anymore because, you know, I don't know. Like, immediately, there was a couple of times I missed out on events because I thought, oh, that's fine. I'll just go to the next one, innit? But now I haven't been to an event or performed at an event in so long. Bro, I'm jumping at every single chance I get when it's lockdown list, bro. Like every single, because like it's just like the social vibe of it. It's just the atmosphere. It's just being around, because we all love music.
Yeah.
But it just hits differently when you're actually like in the same room as where this music's being created and performed to you, and like you with like-minded people appreciating it as well. There's just nothing like it, man.
It's where new ideas come from as well, isn't it? And new collaborations, new people. You like. One thing about Cardiff, which is sick, is there's always a cypher. Like, there's always a cypher when there's a hip hop night on. It doesn't matter if 3 people turn up; those 3 people will end up in a circle outside with their cans, like ciphering, like so. And that's like that's not really happening now, is it? Because like that's
This is one thing I got to give Cardiff artists the credit for. Yeah, we do this. Yeah, like it's like big up everyone doing music at any other place, like Swansea or Bristol or whatever, but like the people in Cardiff, we do this. We really do this, and we love doing it as well. So that's why, you know, it could be we could be like supporting an act in Club Eva Bath to a packed room, or we could just be in the Moon and only like 10 to 20 people have turned up. We could have been in Goody Who or Undertone. Do you mean it don't matter where we were? It don't matter how many people were there. It don't matter what kind of vibe it was. As soon as everyone done their sets, let's whack on a grime beat. Let's fucking do this, innit? Like, we love doing it. And Pirate Studios as well. Like, I miss just everyone just booking a Pirate Studio. Like, and it would either be like a DJ or just like another MC. And they'd be like, oh, look, I've booked it 3 hours in Pirate. Let's do a cypher. And we would all go there just because we love doing it. Sometimes they got recorded, sometimes they didn't. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, that's another thing I missed as well. Being a grime MC, I miss just being in a really tiny room with 5 other MCs, with a DJ and a mic, just going in, just enjoying the sport of it, really. Because I think that's an important thing about being, like, if you want to be a rap artist, you have to be an MC as well. You have to be sharp. You have to like sharpen your tools. You have to be match fit. You have to be ready. You have to like basically you have to be ready at any time for someone to say to you, "Oh, here's a mic, spray 16," or "Oh, you've got a camera, spray 16." You have to be
spray
ready.
16.
No, we're interviewing, innit? Do you mean?
You gotta be ready, bro.
Yeah, but you ain't got a beat. If you like, no, but you know what I mean, innit? You know what I mean? You know, like that's one thing I really like about the Cardiff team. Is like, as much as we enjoy making our music, we just love rapping, bro. We just fucking love doing it, bro. Any excuse, any time, we'll do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
I think it's been a big boost for like Welsh rap. I think lockdown, like just me personally, I connected with so many more people that I didn't before, because normally I'm not really like glued to my phone or nothing. I don't really like that shit. But obviously I'm in West Wales, so I don't just randomly come across rappers or whatever. But lockdown, I think, has made us all more connected, and we're all gonna appreciate gigs more. I'm the same. Like, I've been going to gigs for forever, you know, and I was starting to just like act like it was like taking a shit or something, you know. And now I got taken. It's like, fuck, that was so much of my energy source, you know. You think it all just within you, but nothing really comes from within you. It comes from everyone else and the vibe in it. So
this goes back to taking it for granted, yeah. So like, do you mean like I miss blooming discovering an act? I miss being on the bill. I miss being on the same like liner as an artist maybe I haven't paid attention to before, and they haven't paid attention to me before. But then obviously seeing us both live, like seeing each other live, having a conversation after the sets and be like, oh, yo, let's link up and let's do something in the future. Do you mean? Like, I think maybe we all took that for granted for a bit. Because the amount of times, like, you'd meet someone at a show and they'd be like, oh, yeah, sit, bro, sit. Oh, yo, holler me tomorrow. We'll get something cooking in it. And then you just don't do it. Do you mean? I think we took that for granted as well, because a big thing about music is collaboration. You like, unless you know how to do everything yourself, you can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
If you know how to do everything yourself, you're not gonna want to do it all the time, because like, as much as it's good to make music in your own space with little external influence, you need other artists to inspire you to help you evolve.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So, like, I think a good thing about lockdown is, like, we've had a lot more time to just discover new people, see what is really out there now, innit? And now I think...
Last bit. Everyone.
Yeah, I think everyone is going to come out with the best music they've made to date after lockdown. Because another thing as well is, like, we've all had time to work on it now. Do you mean we haven't had like other things distracting us? You know, we've had a lot. Like, I've written some of my best lyrics in a while during lockdown, just sitting in the bath. Just because, like, I've had all day not worrying about having to be there, or do you mean I've had no choice but to stay in my house all day? So I've just written. Do you mean?
Yeah.
I think everyone creatively is the same, because they've been stuck in a house. I think creative people are lucky, because I feel for creative people who've been locked down and isolated in their houses for months on end, because what have they got to stop themselves going crazy? At least as creatives, once we get to a point that we feel like we've been inside too long and we're going nuts, we can just express it creatively. We can write about it, or turn it into like a certain style of production, or maybe turn it into a certain type of painting. Or do you mean like we've got vices that we can translate this frustration into?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think lockdown is gonna make people make the best music they've ever made. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Any last couple questions? Should we start rounding it up? If just fucking launch any questions. We've got
What are we talking for?
about an hour, I think.
Have we? Oh my days. Yeah.
What's your favourite movie?
What's my favourite movie?
Yeah, all time.
7 Psychopaths.
Good
Mine
choice.
too. Would definitely watch them. I love it.
Bro, that's a good film. I could go on for ages. I just love that film because it's like, it's just a hard film. It's got like the perfect, it's just a perfect film, bro. It's like the good balance of just like what the fuck is going on, and something really running through it the entire film. Like this guy, it's just a great film. It's like one of those films I'd show to anyone if they were like, oh, you got any good films?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I've watched that film loads, man. It's class.
Yeah.
Have you heard of an artist called Berwyn?
Have I heard of an artist called Berwyn?
Berwyn, Berwyn.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Check him out. There's a track called Phone. He's just released. It's sick. It's mad. Like, yeah, check him out. I think you'll, because like judging by what you've been saying in the interview, like
Yeah.
about how you're inspired by this grime sound, but also like people like James Blake, this might tick a couple of boxes, man. It's a bear win. I'll drop it in the thing, but
Yeah, do it. I'll check that out. I'll
sick.
check that out. I'll check.
I was listening to it on the radio, man. It was sick.
No, do it. Yeah, I'll look at that.
You read at all, bro?
Do I read?
Yeah.
I do read, but like I've yet to find a style of book that I like. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like Bob gave me a book called The Discoverers, and it's basically like, it's literally like that thick. I wish I was lying to you. The book is that thick, and it's basically a timeline of humans' discovery of themselves and the world around them. So like it literally starts off when we were like just past like caveman times, and then like there was like a whole thing about how long it took for us to measure time, then measure days and understand seasons and understand what the hell was going on in the stars and like everything. And then there was a big thing about just like every part of the world each other. You know, I haven't even finished it. This is me like not even like but yeah, like I like that because I like learning. I like learning about what happened before me, because I think when I was in school, I seen a quote saying history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
I never heard that.
Nah, and I didn't used to get it. I said, well, obviously it don't repeat, which means it rhymes. But then obviously when you look back and see how things were even hundreds of years ago, it kind of opens your eyes up a bit more to how things are now. They don't seem too far-fetched. They don't seem too far-fetched. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm reading at the moment. But I've given up on it so many times because it's just so big. I've just admitted defeat times, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I couldn't read a book. I could physically read a book, but I couldn't sit through a book to fucking save my life until I was about 18. I read Mr. Nice, and it was just because I was like doing A levels in it, and it was like there's a guy from the valleys who fucking got into Oxford while being a fucking hash fucking smuggler. It just like I needed something on that level of my arrogant 18-year-old brain in it, like full book, like. And then since then, I can actually fucking sit through books. But it was a challenge to start with. But
I think the first book I ever probably read was Russell Brand's autobiography, and that was a good book.
Is it my bookie work? Is it?
Yeah. It was really good. That was a good.
Luke's got a question for you, man. It's if the music scene was The Simpsons, what character are you?
If the music scene was The Simpsons, what character would I be?
Millhouse.
No, I wouldn't be fucking Millhouse. But put some respect on me, man. I ain't gonna be fucking Millhouse, bro.
Beefing going on.
I think I would be. Is it which one's the evil? Which one's the evil sideshow dude? In it?
Sideshow Bob. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll be sideshow Bob in it.
Got the same hair, innit?
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Mainly because of the hair, but like he's like a villainous dude in it. He just does things his own way. Do you mean? And like he don't. Yeah, sideshow Bob. Say no more. If I go into it, it's gonna make me sound like a dickhead. But like he's just a villain, yeah. And I kind of sometimes see myself as like, I don't know, like, yeah, a villain. Not a villain, but like, do you get me? Like, yeah. I don't know, like, I wouldn't be any of the nice characters. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't be like Flanders. Do you get me? We would not be Flanders, bro. We would not be Flanders.
Which one would Luke be?
No, I'll change my answer. I'll be Duffman, bro. That's me, bro. Fucking Duffman, bro. Duffman.
Assign your like your gang characters, like what would Minas be? What would like your other boys be?
Minas would be, I don't know actually.
Apu.
Do you know what? Ezra would be Millhouse. No, Ezra wouldn't be Millhouse. Ezra would not be Millhouse, yeah. I think me and my boys would be like the group of like bullies in the school. Do you get me? Just to fucking Yeah, I think that'll be us, innit? Or like Homer and his gang. Do you get me? Like we'll just be like the boys, innit? Do you get me? We'll just be the bus. Like that's the thing I think of. I think who'd be Ralph? No one would be Ralph because they're not stupid, innit? Do you get me? Oh no, it's just like we'd all be the boys, innit? The
So
thing
much
is though,
love.
like I don't think I think if you like, you know, the people I kind of hang around, white boys are in it. I think we'd be a good fucking Simpsons type show anyway, because we're all just like we're such eccentric, crazy characters in our own right that it would just make a sick show in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Luke Harvey said he'd be Capital City Goof.
What'd he say?
Capital City Goof.
Capital City Goo.
I don't even know what that is, but
I don't know
Neither
what
do I.
I don't know what it is. He's making things up now because he wants to make this about him. He wants us to laugh. Luke, this is my interview, Luke. Fucking hell. No,
First you stole his producer, and now his fucking interview.
I wouldn't say stealing. I wouldn't say stealing. Like Minas works with bare people in it. Like is that like I don't think people understand how many people he produces for.
seems like it's a bit of a glue of the scene at the moment with his productions.
He is.
Okay.
He is. He is.
pretty big.
He's got his hands in a lot of pies. Let's put it that way. But yeah.
So he'd be Homer.
He would probably be Homer, you know. He might be
Fingers
Homer.
and pies.
Yeah, and you know the drinking and all that. But then we all have. But then like maybe we're all Homer.
Isn't it mad though how The Simpsons normalised alcoholism for daytime
It
TV?
is.
Yeah.
It is. But like
Crazy, isn't it?
I think as British people we normalised alcoholism as well. We didn't need help.
Yeah, life normalised it.
Yeah, but maybe that's
we-
why it was such a big hit over here. It's because
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I just love how people think that The Simpsons keep predicting the future. I love that.
Is that a thing though? Yeah, is that happening?
Yeah, there's been a lot of things that happened. And then, like, if you watch a Simpsons episode from, like, 10, 20 years ago or whatever, it's, like, on the episode. So, yeah, a lot of people think that it predicts the future.
Any more questions?
Jem, you must have some gold in that nugget.
Huh?
You must have some
Golden
golden nugget to finish this one off.
No, I don't have. I just found the character. I'm going to try and flip my camera. This is what Luke thinks he's going to be. This is his character.
Yeah. Same hat as
Absolute mascot, bro.
Yeah, same hat as well. He loves them cats, doesn't he? What, a golden... What? You want to end on a golden nugget, do you?
Yeah, we need golden nuggets. Like,
Okay, so my golden nugget is don't be bitter, be better. Don't be bitter, be better. Simple as.
love that.
Let's clap us like that.
And that's all I got. I can explain it if you want, but I can just leave it at that, innit?
No, it's best to leave it. Like, I think.
Yeah, don't be bitter, be better. And that's all it is, really.
You want to see us out, Harry?
Yeah, man. So you've been listening to EMW TV and Winger Records interviewing Razkid, whose new LP is out now. It's called Broke by Monday. I've dropped links in the spot for his Spotify album, but I'll do that again now. Where else can you find it, man?
So, Broke by Monday's out on all streaming platforms. The new single Life is Strange is out on all streaming platforms. If you just type it into Spotify or whatever, it'll turn up. I got a new single coming out in 3 weeks, so look out for that as well. And yeah, underscore Razkid on social media and all that bollocks. Keep an eye on me, man, because we got stuff coming.
It's brilliant.
Wahahaha.
Any final shout outs?
Okay, any final shout outs? All right, shout out Minas, shout out Conrad Stone, shout out Luke RV, shout out Smoke, shout out Ez, shout out Jason, shout out Prendy, yeah, shout out the Shutdown Show. Who else am I shouting out? Shout out Noah.
Prendy's got a mix tonight, half 9 on BBC Radio Wales.
Yeah, he's showcasing, isn't he? BBC
Yes,
Radio.
yes. Shout out Larynx Entertainment as well, yeah, because those guys care, yeah. Shout out Larynx Entertainment. Who else can I shout? I could shout the whole gang. I'll be here for 10 minutes if you want, bro. I'll shout everyone if you want.
So now's your
That's
chance. It's your chance in the sunshine, man.
Yeah, everyone's names who I just said, check out their music. Everyone
100%.
watching right now, if I just said their names, check out their music because they're sick, yeah? Shout out Fig, yeah, gotta check out Fig. Shout out Swanick.
If you're listening,
just-
drop your links in the comments.
Yeah, drop your links, innit?
There's a scene going on, like, yeah, it's exciting, man, and it's nice to see that you're all working together, collaborating. It's sick.
Yeah, I think the good thing about it is we haven't tried to make like a gang or rap crew thing out of it. We're all just a bunch of like-minded artists working together and just like showing people that, you know, this is our side. This is how we do it. Do you mean we're not trying to step on anyone's toes. We're not trying to like, you know, shut other people out. You know, they can have their space to do what they want to do. We can have our space to do what we want to do. And I think that's what it's all about, really. So, yeah.
It's massive. So this is the
Beautiful, man.
first of the Winger weekend, and next up, boys, do you want to talk about what we got next tomorrow?
Yeah, well, tomorrow, 7 p.m, we're interviewing XD from GLC, Gold Looking Chain. Got to get deep into that, history of that, and smoke some soap bar and all that. So that's going to be fun, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening.
There's going to be some serious conversation going on.
Black Tricks Dummy EP out now.
Check out the
Yeah.
video.
The video's
I'm
sick.
gonna put the video out.
Chris Lucas on the animations, yeah.
Black Tricks one, yeah.
Madness. It's
Yeah.
so good, like.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's a good video. Sweet.
Alright.
Call it, is it?
Yeah, man. So
Nice one for the interview.
if you want to buy EMW TV a coffee, you can do at kofi.com/EMW TV. That helps me pay the bills, which I'm struggling to do at the moment. So I'll post that in there. Yeah, big up, man. Hey, thank you very much for your time today. I'll go to the holding slide.
Have a good day, guys.
Beat Brew. You too, man. Nice one.